And we start tonight with breaking news involving the search for Buffalo police officer Craig Lehner. Buffalo police say Lehner's body was located by divers this afternoon. This is video of law enforcement paying their respects to the fallen officer. They lined Porter Avenue for a procession as his body was transported a short time ago. Now, Lehner was a 9-year veteran of the police force.
And the 34-year-old went missing on Friday during routine training exercises in the Niagara River. Search and rescue teams from all across the state had been working around the clock trying to locate him. We begin our team coverage tonight with 2 on your side's Jeff Preval. Jeff is live with the latest from police. Jeff?
Yeah, hi there, Scott and Mary Alice. Now, we just got an update just a short time ago, about 15 minutes ago, from Buffalo police officials on that recovery of Officer Craig Lehner. They say that it happened around 1 o'clock this afternoon, right off the shoreline there of Strawberry Island. If you're familiar with the area near the Aqua restaurant, which is specifically on Niagara Street, but it intersects, it gets really close to Ontario Street there. That is the area in which police say that they found Officer Lehner's body, and they specifically say that it was a Buffalo dive team member who discovered their fellow and fallen officer. Now, specific recovery efforts really started to gain some steam late yesterday night, whether police knew it or not, in which they found an image from all the equipment that they were using, sonar included, near Strawberry Island. You're going to hear from Lieutenant Jeff Ronaldo specifically talking about that discovery.
The image was found late yesterday, so towards the end of our safe dive time. So yesterday, once the image was discovered, at approximately 4:30, divers were dispatched, and I believe at least 2 or 3 dives were conducted on that area. They marked the area because of the darkness that fell. It was no longer safe to put divers in the water, as well as the boat traffic. And first thing this morning, boats were sent to that area to begin rescanning the area for the image. Again, things that are in one position at the bottom of the river at 3 o'clock in the afternoon may not be there by 3:15 in the afternoon. So again, unfortunately, we wish we could have done this yesterday, but we got it done today.
That area, what Ronaldo was talking about there is really just giving you a glimpse of how difficult the water is underneath, and specifically all the debris that divers had to deal with throughout these very tough 5 days. But ultimately now we can say that yes, Officer Lehner has been recovered, and all those agencies, dozens of agencies, local, state, federal, even Canadian authorities, this recovery effort is now over. So we will send it back to you, Scott and Mary Alice, in the studio as we continue our team coverage.
Thanks very much, Jeff. Local law enforcement gathered along Porter Avenue to pay their respects as Lehner's body was transported.
And we continue our team coverage tonight with 2 on your side's Claudine Ewing. Claudine is live with more on the emotional procession today. Claudine?
You know, it's a scene that you really don't want to see, but it definitely showed how this community came together. The Buffalo Police Department said that they were determined to bring their brother home, and that they did. In fact, where I'm standing right now, this is around the area where the procession started at the foot of Ferry. And then along that procession route, as you can see in the video, people were standing. Some people had flags in their hands. Many people saluted. There were Buffalo police officers, of course, members of the Buffalo Fire Department. And then to join them along this procession route, many members from the city of Buffalo, municipal workers, workers from the Water Authority were all here to pay homage, to salute an officer who went missing on Friday, and today his body was recovered. You've heard from the Buffalo Police Department earlier, and we're going to hear once again from Lieutenant Jeff Ronaldo.
The team is going to need some time to recoup, to spend some time with one another, with their families, and I think that everybody on the underwater recovery team should be extremely proud of themselves. They conducted themselves as true, absolute professionals.
And once again, as we mentioned, where we're standing right now here at the foot of Porter is where the procession started. It went down Porter Avenue, and what you see behind me is the 190. That's where the procession continued until it ended at the Erie County Medical Center on Grider. We will have much more on today's developments coming up later throughout the newscast, as well as on WGRZ.com. Reporting live from the foot of Porter Avenue, Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.
All right, Claudine, thank you. It has certainly been a very emotional past few days for the Buffalo Police Departments and other first responders as they worked both day and night to bring Officer Lehner home. The 34-year-old diver, as you heard, went missing just before 1 o'clock Friday afternoon while participating in a routine training exercise in the Niagara River. More than 20 agencies searched for him until Friday evening. A robotic search was supposed to continue the search overnight, but was pulled due to some unsafe conditions. Search crews were back into the river early Saturday morning, searching for Lehner until nightfall. Their efforts resumed on Sunday morning, but they were called off due to the wind and the rainy conditions. Then on Monday, only boat teams and helicopters were used in the search for the officer as a result of Sunday's weather. But it wasn't until this afternoon when officers were able to recover and bring Officer Lehner's body home to his family.
An outpouring of love and support has been shown across Western New York for Officer Lehner as we all came to learn more about him, not only as a man of service, but also a man with a compassionate heart. Lehner served on the Buffalo Police Force for 9 years and also served in the Army National Guard. Friends have shared with us how the Akron High School graduate loved serving the city of Buffalo and enjoyed doing it with his canine partner, Shield.
Shield was on social media presence just as much as Craig was because he loved that dog like his own child.
We actually got to see Officer Lehner and Shield in action at the police department's renovated canine training facility last August. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Lehner family and the Buffalo Police Department tonight. And we will bring you any new information on this story, both on air and online at WGRZ.com. There you'll also find a link to stories that we've done with Officer Lehner.